Good afternoon, Mary Ann.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, Mary Ann, can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Ann Gonzales, 31 years old from Magsaysay District, Talugtog, Nueva Ecija.
Okay, I have a few questions for you to answer, Mary Ann, so let's start.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you want to work as a maid?
I want to work as a maid. I want to uh, stepping stone, make it a stepping stone for my future goal, which is to continue my studies, ma'am.
Why you choose Malaysia when there is a lot of other country?
Unlike other countries, ma'am, there's a placement fee, and I can't afford to pay for that.
How are you qualified for this job?
I'm more qualified for this job because I can do all around job, ma'am, inside the house.
May I know what your educational level is?
I'm a third year college undergrad, ma'am.
Okay. What was your recent working experience?
Um, I work as a caregiver, ma'am.
Have you worked abroad before?
No, ma'am, this will be probably my first time to work abroad.
Do you have experience of taking care of babies?
Yes, ma'am.
How about children?
Yes, ma'am. I do have.
Whose babies and children are you taking care of?
Come again, ma'am.
Whose babies and children are you taking care of?
My uncle's children, ma'am.
Okay. How about elderly?
Yes, ma'am, I do have.
Do you have any other special skills?
Related to my course, ma'am, yes, I do have. In terms of medical
Experiences?
experiences, ma'am.
Alright. Mary Ann, are you willing to learn new skills?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to work with a family where the mother-in-law or any relatives stay together?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Currently, are you still working now?
No, ma'am.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes, ma'am.
What sort of food can you cook?
Filipino food, ma'am.
Are you aware that you will have to do washing, cleaning, ironing, and cooking?
Yes, ma'am.
From all the house chores that I mentioned to you, which do you like most?
Um, Cooking, cleaning, ironing, ma'am.
You are not allowed to use handphone during working hours.
Yes, ma'am.
You are only allowed to use handphone after you finish all the works and when going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
You are strictly needed to surrender the handphone to your employer in the morning and your employer will return back to you once you're going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
If ever your employer finds out that you're abusing of using your handphone and it's affected your work performance, your employer will confiscate your handphone and you are not allowed to hold it anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
Instead, your employer will allow you to call to your family 3 times in a month. You only allowed to bring normal phone and you are not allowed to bring smartphone. Are you agreed for the terms and conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you agreed to the rules and regulation for the handphone?
Yes, ma'am.
How many years is the contract as you agreed and understands?
2 years, ma'am.
Can you describe for me your attitude?
I'm hardworking, ma'am, and disciplined.
How can you assure to us, Mary Ann, that you will work hard in Malaysia?
Because that's the main purpose, ma'am, while I go abroad to work hard, ma'am.
Can you promise not to use the telephone without the permission of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to put on makeup but to dress properly while work?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to invite friends and relatives without the consent of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to ask for advance salary from your employer under any circumstances?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you really understand of the rules and regulation of the agency?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you pay any placement fee for you to come to Malaysia to work as a maid?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any history of sickness, breast cancer, or any other illness?
None, ma'am.
Do you suffer from any skin diseases, allergies, or physical defect?
Allergies, ma'am.
Allergies? Have you suffered from any serious illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you smoke?
No, ma'am.
Have you undergone any operation before?
No, ma'am.
Are you medically fit or are you fit to work?
Yes, ma'am. I'm medically fit.
Are you in any medication right now?
No, ma'am.
Are you allergic with any food?
No, ma'am.
Are you preferred to work for the employer of different races?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared to eat the type of food taken or given by your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of being left alone in the house?
No, ma'am.
Are you afraid of dogs or other pets?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any pets, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise to work according to instruction from your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any family members working in abroad?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any family members working in abroad?
Yes, ma'am.
Whose family members and which country?
My brother-in-law, ma'am, work in Saudi Arabia as a mechanic.
So only your brother-in-law.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mary Ann, we have finished our question section. Let's proceed for case study. I have a case study for you and I want you to answer me truthfully.
Yes, ma'am.
Upon arrival in Malaysia, within 6 months only, if ever one of your family members passed away, what will you do?
I'll be practical, ma'am. I rather send the money here in the Philippines so they can use it in important things rather than go back here.
Okay, so it means you will not go back and you
Yes.
will finish the contract.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if in case your employer is watching you right now, what do you want to tell them?
That they can hire me because they won't regret because I am a hardworking one, a disciplined, and they can trust me because of my honesty. And I assure them that every cent that they can pay for me, I'll pay back with my good work, ma'am.
Okay, tell us about yourself again and why do you want to work in Malaysia as domestic helper?
I'm Ann Gonzales, 31 years old, from Magsaysay, Talugtog, Nueva Ecija. I want to work abroad because I want to take this chance to as a stepping stone for me to afford to go back in my schooling, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary Ann. We will update to your agency if there is any selection made by the employer.